Hey guys, so this is my board. This case is a Fentex ShiftX ITX case, and I want to talk about the incompatibility issue with this adapter kit to put an all-in-one cooler for the GPU. Yeah, so the layout of this case is that this side of the case, I've taken off the glass so there's no reflection, it's easier to see. So this side of the case is where the motherboard is, and the GPU is right on the other side. That's where the GPU is. So I'm using a custom cooler, as you can see right there. There's piping, that's a pump, reservoir pump, and then 120 millimeter radiator copper. So the very first issue with this bracket is that the bracket, the adapter bracket here, wouldn't mount onto these holes top down. So you would have to mount the top and bottom because of this capacitor. These capacitors are sticking out way too long, way too tall, so it's gonna hit this. So initially my first solution was to do it sideways, and then I would have to drill new holes in there so I could fit all of this in here. But then I ran into the second issue, which is the issue that I withdraw from this application, is that there's no pump from the AIO that is thin enough to fit in here and still clear the glass. It's all going to stick out. It's either the pump's too big or the pump has the inlet and outlet right on top of it. So yeah, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of room to put in the pump. And I've shopped everywhere. I even returned some of the NZXT and Corsair kits because they just simply won't fit. So in the end, I went with this custom build. So I bought everything. These probably all come out of China. So that that cooler probably cost me about only $20 US. And then all this kit together, probably around $100 US altogether, including the reservoir, the pipes, and along with the kit, the tools to do everything by myself. Yeah, so that's a 120 millimeter radiator, and that's a 240, which is the all-in-one for the CPU cooler. So I'm getting about 55 degrees Celsius, tops around 61 degrees Celsius. There's definitely headroom for a lot more overclocking, but I'm not doing it because I'm already running at 300 FPS for Overwatch. And for this case, there is not a whole lot of cooling. As you can see, there's a 140 millimeter intake fan sucking air from the bottom, blowing out, and that's a 9 millimeter trying to assist it. So it's kind of a push-pull configuration. And then these fans here will try to exhaust out the heat. And other than that, there's not a whole lot of airflow because these vents are really tiny. And I've managed to stick a 80 millimeter Noctua fan, and it's not mounted or screwed to anything. It's just stuck in there, and the L bracket is supporting the second GPU fan, and I've rewired the fans so that I can still control the fan speed via the GPU software. Yeah, so that's my boat without the glass. Yeah. Yes, you can see it's running pretty cool. Yeah. So the CPU is a i7 8086K, not so limited edition. It says limited, but it's available everywhere. And yeah, thanks guys.